Welcome back to the back garden yard. Now today I'm going to do an update video on 5 recent videos and show people what has happened since I made the videos. Everyone has told me they like to see updates. They don't like people just showing you how to do stuff and then you never see anything else. So here's results. We're going to start with the cucumbers, and I'm going to try to make this quick because I got a lot to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little in each section, and then I'll pick the section and I'll show you the results at the end. So here we go. You want to take off these old leaves, we know that. And I'm not going to take any more off here now. And then we're going to pick the cucumbers. And I am still getting beautiful cucumbers from these plants. If you notice, I'm still getting the majority of them now from the top. All the suckers have gone up to the top. I'm just letting them trail across the top of the fence and make what they will. It won't be long, they'll play out, but I've got new replacement plants for them. And that's the cucumbers. And the next video was the June 21st video on pepper plants. And I was showing everyone how to put this wire down through the middle of the plants to give them support, how to take off the big bottom leaves and pull the little peppers off the bottom while they were blooming up top. And I think you can see now the results of this pretty easily. I've got just tons and tons of peppers now on these plants. They're loaded. And we've already picked a bunch, but I've got to get in here now and pretty much clean pick them to keep them producing. And we'll go over here and look at the bell pepper plants. Those were the Asian pepper plants. And the bell pepper plants are putting on bell peppers now. You can see here where I cut off all the small leaves and stuff, and they are now putting on bell peppers, and they're doing great. And remember, I also fertilized them at the time, and if you saw the video, you saw how yellow they were looking. Well, you can see now they've turned lush and dark green again, the color we want. And that was the 10-10-10 fertilizer that I treated them with. And that's the update now on the peppers. On June the 22nd, I did an update on zucchini plants and had to prune them down. Remember, the back of the zucchini plants are right here. I covered them up and marked them so we wouldn't step on them, and that way then they're taking root down here, and they have really, I fertilized them also, they have really perked up. This one here was almost looking dead if you look back in the old video, and it has really perked up. This one had a bloom on it, and guess what? We're picking zucchini today. Not the prettiest zucchini, but it's a bonus zucchini, and the plant's looking great. It's going to make some more. And that's the update on the zucchini video. So way back on May the 24th, I did a video on tying up the tomato plants now, and as you can see, I saved the lower suckers. I'm taking off the upper suckers now as they come out, because I don't want any more suckers having to come up and be supported by the base. And these will keep blooming. They'll keep blooming and producing. Some of the tomatoes will be a little smaller, but I should get tomatoes out of here through at least the end of August. And as you can see, these plants are loaded with tomatoes. And you can see this one turning, and I could go ahead and pick that if I wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it. And the reason is because I picked these today. And so this one is definitely what you would call a vine ripe, and this one here I went ahead and picked because it's already got good color. This one's got good color. This one is definitely good color. And this one here is definitely fine ripe. Now, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. If you pick them like this and put them in a windowsill at room temperature and leave them about 3 days, they're gonna look just like these, and they're gonna taste just like these. And the best thing to do is to get them off before they get vine ripe, because that red color attracts every critter, every insect, every bird. And the final video is the June the 24th tips that you need for robust plants for July replanting. And you may have seen where I had rooted these tomatoes and I have planted them off of rooted suckers. And then these were some squash that I pulled up by the roots and then thought better of it and decided to replant. And all 3 of these have taken. This particular plant here is not looking as healthy as the other 2. We got to go ahead and get these yellow leaves off, and we'll give it a chance to come on out. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna leave that leaf. No, I'm not. I'm taking it off. Okay, so we've got these leaves off, and we'll see if this one will come on out. The center looks okay, and then these 2 are doing fine. And then if you also remember, it was in the greenhouse I put the other plants, and this is a volunteer cherry tomato that just came up, and I have just left it out of just because. And anyway, here are the cucumber plants that I'll be putting up when the other cucumbers play out. Then these are yellow squash, crookneck squash, and then these are regular early straight neck squash. And back here are zucchini squash. And all these in the greenhouse, I planted them in big things. I want them to get as big as they can before I throw them out there for the bugs. But they are doing great. And so here's today's harvest. There's the cucumbers and the tomatoes. There's the zucchini and the peppers, some squash, bell peppers, and 3 little pieces of okra. It's just starting. Here's the green beans. This is the 4th picking. It was 4.5 pounds. I think I've got a video coming on the 4th picking. And then here's the beet harvest. That's probably about 10 pounds of beets in there. And that whole thing is beets. And that, my friends, is the nature of the end of June garden. And still got a lot more coming up. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.